I got one for you before we move on to the next games. Can I hit you with one Gonzaga question?
What if I say no?
I don't care.
Okay.
I'll hit T.O. with it.
Okay.
Happy to be a part.
So Tommy Lloyd left 2 years ago. I think you know where I'm going with this now. They had Jalen Suggs, Chet Holmgren, high-end players. This year, I thought they maxed out with what they did with their talent. I actually thought Mark Few did a hell of a coaching job and his staff this year. You don't have that elite level recruiter anymore. Is this going to be the start of kind of the decline-ish to where Gonzaga isn't fighting for national titles and Final Fours anymore?
I'm not willing to say that it's not the elite. They're not able to get those elite recruits, but I think Nolan Hickman and Hunter Salas, they were 5-star kids during a COVID year where you couldn't put your eyes on guys. So I think there's still TBD. We can, to be determined, this, that, and the third, but we'll be able to see. We'll be able to see exactly how that works over the next 2 to 3 years. It's hard to say right now. I'm not sure there's a lot behind
this
Timmy
team
right now.
That's what I'm saying. You lose the one dude you got. Yeah. I assume Strother will try to go.
He probably should.
Well, but should he? Yes, you could say that, but like Julian Strother needs.
You know what I'll say? I'm gonna flip my opinion on that. I think that he probably should come back.
That's what I'm saying. Like he could be the guy. What does he need more than anything?
To be the guy.
The pressure that have to do it every single night because it wasn't really there on him. He had Drew Timme to rely on.
And
so
I'm not.
I just don't. I'm worried about this because here's the thing with Fewy. He's done an incredible job his way, right? He's done it his way. He's not, and I've said this over and over.
Today's episode is brought to you by Underdog Fantasy, the easiest place to play college basketball pick'em, where you can get a little extra sweat during March Madness and win real cash prizes simply by picking player stats in this weekend's games. In pick'em, all you do is predict whether a player will go higher or lower on Underdog's projected totals, whether that's points, rebounds, whatever. For example, if you're like me and you think Zach Edey is going to go nuts in this tournament, pick higher on his points projection, add up to 4 more picks, and if you hit them all, you can win 20 times your money on a single game. Underdog's slick mobile app is easy enough that dummies like Jeff Goodman have even figured it out. So go to UnderdogFantasy.com or download the app and use the code FIELD, F-I-E-L-D, and Underdog will match your deposit up to $100. Now is the time to get in on the madness. So remember, UnderdogFantasy.com, promo code FIELD.
He's actually taught me a lot about how to be a better father. We've had a lot of conversations about that because he's got the best work-life balance of probably any coach in America. He's probably the opposite of Tom Izzo. Izzo's out every day working. And Few doesn't really go to the Peach Jam. He loves to fish. He loves to be around his family. I was told today, I don't know if I can say this or not, but their former AD, Mike Roth, told me today, he said, we've never been on one of the foreign trips because he wants to be around his family during the summers. He doesn't want to go out on a foreign trip. So I think, again, he's not a killer recruiter. He's been able to do it based on reputation.
Sure.
And identifying, and he'll get some training. They're going to be good. I'm not saying they're not going to be good. I'm not saying they're not going to still own the WCC. I'm just saying, are they going to be at that level, at that elite level that they've been at?
It's so hard to be at that elite level, period, right? We look at...
They've been so consistent. What was this, their 8th straight Sweet 16?
Yeah, and
That's crazy.
They're still going to be, at that level, I think. Sweet 16 good. It's just so hard to be national title good.
Sure.
There's a reason why national titles are so damn hard to win and so few guys actually win them, right? So I'm not super concerned about that. There's going to be years where they end up getting the right guys and you get a transfer coming in and things are going to click. We didn't look at this UConn team. No, how many people had them preseason top 25?
Dan Hurley didn't even. I remember going to practice before the start of the season. He was like, if we had R.J. Cole and who else left? After last year?
Tyrese Martin.
Tyrese Martin. He was like, if we had Cole and Tyrese, then I think we could be a final. That's literally his quote. If we had Cole and Tyrese Martin, I think we could be a Final Four team.
Yeah.
Well, you don't have either, and you're a Final Four team.